right, guys. So we are obviously, you guys know, we've been a little MIA, if you will, in the with the interviews recently. Nick's still going live, but I have been kind of MIA, and there's a reason for it. So I am passing off the baton to Mahmoud. Mahmoud is the man. He's going to be taking the role of the interviewing. He is the daddy now. You can refer to him as Mahmoud the Daddy if you want. But no, seriously, guys, this is going to be good. We're going to continue doing these live interviews with people that have just gotten their first deal, that are doing well in the group, and who doesn't want free information at 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning, or 9, depending on where you're at. Anyways, do we have anybody on? Let me just make sure that see if we can have anyone on.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we got people live here.
If we, oh, here we go.
Oh, we are live. Nice. I can see myself.
Yeah, I don't see anyone on.
Yeah, no comments yet.
Okay, if you guys are on, comment. Looks like there's probably nobody on besides us on our phones, but that's
Okay.
fine. Anyways, guys, just a little lesson learned. Me and Mahmoud are just going to share some things that have been going on in our lives, our deals, and how we can just improve each day. Honestly, I feel like the biggest thing for me recently has been just focusing on what's the most important tasks in front of me. I listened to this one little short from Alex Hormozi the other day, and it was like, if you're working a lot and you're not making money, you're focusing on the wrong shit. That's what he said. He's like, you're not doing the right things. And I was like, wow, that's actually profound. Like, how many of us are like, dude, I'm working, dude, I'm freaking due diligence, I'm doing the ads, but it's like you won't make it. No matter how many times you look at your ad, no matter how many times you do due diligence, if you don't just try it and get on the Zoom calls, you're not going to make money. Period.
Yep.
Like, no one's going to talk to you. And so that really hit home to me. I was like, I really got to focus on what is the money making activities. And most of the time, it's the uncomfortable steps. It's the prospecting. It's the Zoom calls. It's the screencast. Me and Mahmoud were just talking about how awful we hate hearing our voices. We're like, dude, this is so bad, right? Like, no one wants to hear yourself talk, but sometimes you have to do it, and it makes you uncomfortable. And the more you do it, the better you get. So focus on the stuff that's going to move the needle, and you guys are going to see results like crazy.
Needle moving activities. I can relate, man. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I got to do some ads, or I got to answer some email, or I got to, and then 1 hour later, you're like, oh, I got to go check my social and then answer some more email. And you just keep pushing that thing that's constantly barking in your ear, but you just push it away for an entire day and then another day and another day. And that thing is just picking up the phone and they just call. Do you have leads? Start calling so you can start. Do you have a hook? Start transferring. Do you have a hook that's already been transferred? Start putting the pressure. Put them on the Zoom call. You gotta do those needle moving activities. Otherwise, you're just going to be answering email.
It's terrible. And it's so easy to let that happen too, because even with lists too, like, I'm so good at writing lists, dude. I'm probably the pro list builder, dude, but the half of them don't even get done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get a to-do list and then you're so jacked up, you're like, I got so much to do. And then like you do the little things and then you're like, do I really want to do that? Like,
yeah,
it's already 6 o'clock. Like, do I actually want to do that? So like,
yeah, I made a really nice list today. I deserve a break. I did some good planning. I think I'm gonna act on the planning tomorrow.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it on a weekend, bro. So
I'm guilty of that.
what would you say, Mahmoud? Like, what is one thing that you feel like has been an eye-opening thing for you recently? Like, how long have you been in the game?
I've been in the game since 2016, and I've been in this program since conception. Actually, I was there when it was conceived. I was on one of the first lives, but what changed it for me, because I've done lead gen for a while, what changed it is the sales item, is the sales piece. I've never been a sales guy before. I was a teacher, I was a corporate trainer, but I was never a sales guy. So that's the skill that has taken me the longest to acquire. And I'm realizing it's not really something you acquire. It's just something that you do until you get good at. You just keep sucking and being good and sucking and being good until you're being good more than you're sucking.
Love
I still lose deals, but sales is like key. You can everything else is doable. Like the ads are fine. It's not a big deal. You can do them hiding behind your computer. The planning, all that stuff, you can do it hiding behind a screen or a keyboard. But sales, that's when that's when the rubber meets the road. That's when you gotta get on the phone, get super uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is what moves the needle. If you're not doing something uncomfortable, you're not, you're not digging deep enough.
it. It's so true. And I love that Nick always says like it's the transfer of energy. Sales is the transfer of energy. And I just think how many of us are excited about our Zoom calls? Like, are we planning for them? But are we like truly excited about it? Like, you don't want to be too desperate, right? Like, you don't want to be like all bubbly and weird and like
Right.
diarrhea of the mouth. But like, you can be excited and you can know what you're talking about and have a lot. Like, I can tell when you're passionate about something just by the way you speak to me. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just feel like
Yep.
if, like you said, if you could master sales, you could hire anybody to build out a website. You could hire anyone, literally,
Right.
because there's a lot of people that would love to just sit at home and not have to talk to anybody and just do whatever. But very few people are willing to do the hard things and get yelled at and get hung up on, and that's when you make the big bucks. So
Yes. Amen. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I couldn't have said that better. You got to get uncomfortable in order to get like every time I make 5 to 10 calls, like cold calls, and I hook one guy, my day gets so much better
yeah,
because
so
I did that thing that I promised myself I'm gonna do. And if I don't make that call, even if I close deals, even if I do all that stuff, I'm still missing something. Like I'm missing a piece because I know I didn't move the needle today. Yeah, I closed something that was prepared, like that I've been working on for 2 weeks, but I didn't do any, I didn't check a box today, that needle moving box.
well, and I even think too that when I do something hard, it almost is like a game. I'm like, well, what else can I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else can I do? Like, you kind of, it just takes that one thing. And
Hmm.
then it's like, okay, I wanted to do my ads, which was like, I was scared to spend money, but like, screw it. Now I'm already invested. I'm just going to go call business owners now. And then you do that. And then you're like so jacked up about making a screencast. Before long, you're like, bro, now you just got to send it and do the Zoom. Like, it's
Hmm.
really, it's like this, the domino effect. You do one
Right.
thing and everything just parts. The Red Sea
Yeah.
just parts for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And psychologically, you're like, see, that wasn't bad. You've been
Yeah,
postponing this thing for hours. See, that wasn't bad. You called the guy, he didn't die. And
yeah,
it just ripples, like you said. It's a ripple effect or a domino effect.
exactly. It's so important. But anyways, guys, we are gonna let our guest on. You guys, well, this is not about Mahmoud. Sadly, this is not the main focus, but he is good looking, so it's gonna be good. But anyways, we're gonna let our guest on, and if you guys looked at the little teaser, the little phrase, this guy was fine. He found his business owner and is prospecting through contacts in his phone. Okay, he might even be getting out the phone book for all we know. I don't know how he's doing it, but he is finding business owners, and I'm excited to hear him. And this guy, he has been working his tail off. I've known him for a little while. I've been chatting with him, and I'm just happy that he got a deal. He's a stud. He's working hard, and so we're gonna let him on. And if you guys have questions throughout the call, please drop them below because just take advantage of it. Like we're taking the time to do this. You might as well get some information. So I'm gonna let our guest on, and we're gonna rip. This awkward silence every time you're letting them in. The anticipation's killing me.
Connecting, connecting. Still connecting.
We got 2 people on. Who is up this early?
Yeah. Can we drop a comment if you guys are?
I don't know why I say it's early. It's really not that early. So you guys better get your crap out. Get out of bed.
It's 9 a.m. here in
Yeah, like on the East
Eastern
Coast,
time.
9 a.m.
Yeah. Rise and shine. Let's go. Connected. Here we go.
Oh, Isaac, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Isaac.
Hey, how's it
morning.
going? Yeah, good morning.
All
Dude.
right.
We're excited to have you. Thanks for hopping on. Dude, are you living in Tampa? Is that where you're at?
I used to live Tampa for almost 11 years. I moved to California and then get
Oh.
back to the Tennessee. I move
Oh.
around. Yeah.
No,
Wow,
it's
so
Tennessee.
you're in Tennessee right now.
Yeah, I'm in Tennessee. Mohammed, you live in Tampa now?
Yeah, yeah. Just moved to Tampa in
Which part?
2022. The Riverview area.
Oh, okay.
Brandon, Riverview.
Yeah, okay. This Southway. I used to live at New Tampa in the north.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's a great spot. We love it down here.
Sure.
That's cool. Well, Isaac, we're jacked up, dude. I was excited when you told us kind of a little bit, but you didn't really explain, so I'm excited. But you were saying that you were finding business owners through your contacts. So we're gonna get to that, but I want to just ask a little bit about your background. So where did you grow up? Like, kind of just give me the like, hey, you're the new kid in school rundown. Like, just tell us about yourself.
Okay, I don't know where to start, but I'm from different country actually. So I'm from Korea basically, and I moved to here 2019. I mean, I'm sorry. Am I 1991? I'm sorry, 1999. I'm sorry. It's still morning. 1999. And I just got married, I just got back here. I start from here, like a California. I just moved around for the school and I got a first job and regular, people, persons start with that. But I kind of already I'm turning like a 49 this year, so I'm kind of sick and tired is getting working for somebody. So I've been digging for something I can do from online because I was streaming like time freedoms and location freedoms. So because I used to be like an artist, like draw painting and then do all that. But yeah, I couldn't make any money from that. So I just jumped into the beauty industry for working at the management, the sales for long terms. Almost right now, almost 12 years from that industry. And I'm still working with them, with one of the huge company, but the biggest company in the nationwide. But I'm not happy. So I'm still digging because I have to work. Right now I'm just taking a sales the jobs, so I have to go around, just move around a lot. So every other weeks I have to go out to the business trip. So, but that's good for me because I can use my extra time, in early morning and the late afternoons. I utilize the time for setting up this kind of, there's no time limit for it, right? So I wake up really early, like at 3:30 a.m., start work on that, finish up to 6:30 and then go back to work, regular jobs. After that, I come back home around like a 7:30, something like that. Right after the small snack, I mean the nap and a snack, I just go back to the these jobs. I'm really happy. This is what I'm doing. So yeah. And right now I'm a hook up. I don't want to say the hook, but actually I just contacted a lot of people. I mean, I used to be a sales at long terms. Even my English is my second languages, but it's not my first language. But I never hesitated. I never afraid. I don't care. The language is just a tool. But what I'm thinking that is, my heart, I'm just gonna try to deliver, trying to correct them, trying to deliver my mind, what I can help them, what I can learn from them, just making communication, just like today, I never hesitate. Just when you guys ask me for the interview, I don't care. But my language is this language, right?
You're
I
good.
want.
We can understand you great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not perfect, but actually, I understand you guys. I can, deliver my message. What I can,
Mhm.
what I really want to say that's all, I guess. So
I can
right
relate.
now, I have two Latinos, like for tree service and landscaping. I set up the three. Still, I'm waiting for like more leads coming in, and I really want to promise them like, okay, once I just hit up a little bit more of the lead, I gonna start charging. I have like a credit card number, everything, but I'm still little bit more waiting for it, because I'm not feeling comfortable, because I really want to give it more, and I'm gonna charge them. So that's what I do. So far I have three cases on that, and one more right now, the fence. The back and forth, I start from the in the middle of the February. I got more than almost like a 30 lead came in. So I just contact a lot of people from almost list of the people from the Google AdWord, um, uh, the home advisors and Angie's list, all the lists I call that. But what I found that out, I just found the list from the second page and the third page of the Google. They really happy just when I contact them. So I hooked up with them. Yesterday I got the 5 leads coming into one site. So I hooked up the 3 people just to skip it out. Like I give you out like, okay, say yes, I give it to them. I say yes, I give it to them. Yeah, one day I just give it to them. While I was working in the regular jobs, I took on my lunch time out. I just called like quickly. I just give it to them, just lead out, and they really happy. That was really quick moments, but but I made it up. So one of the guys just ghosting and just came back. I know Kyle just mentions don't tag him, when whoever just trying to come back. But I'm trying. I'm trying to have one more chance to get an interview for tomorrow morning. So I hopefully gonna close that deal. So if I close, it's gonna be another 1,500. And then I'm just already set up for the concrete, another the fence. So I start with the electric services, but it's kind of prices. I mean, CPCs is not. It is kind of crazy. So it's not. It's that's not. I mean, that's the one I can handle that. So I
Mhm.
just hold up, just pending and pause the all the ad. So
Yeah.
for now, I have more than 20 ads. I just keep working, keep jumping in. I'm still learning stage right now. So I'm not, I still close the deal, but still learning process, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I think you're doing great.
but I'm enjoying a lot. I mean, the Poto, he's my, the coach. I really love to just work with him, but unfortunately, he just went out to the when I just tried to sign up for the 10K, but you went out.
I
So,
was gone, dude.
but I know, but it was a good moment because I feel okay. I have to survive myself. Like when I just jump in the waters, I was thinking that my parents is trying to help me out, just to grab me up, but he's gone, so I have to survive. So that's the good moment to me. I always learn from my surviving, just like a language, I have to go out to just. I still remember like the first day of the landing on the United States. I went out to for buying some stuff like a food, like a McDonald's, something like that. That's crazy. I don't know how to speak English at all. Not even one word. Like I want to like order number 1 and 2. That's all I can do. So I order always like a set. The second chance I can try to just jumping in. Even I order number 1, I'm gonna speak out for I want the big make. I mean the uh I've been order for us. I lost a lot in the name of the burgers, but anyway, I just read it on myself in front
Yeah.
of them. They always say I don't know what to say. okay, that's why I'm trying to read myself. So, uh,
That's cool.
still the language is my biggest challenge because this is a part of the business that I have to convince them, right?
Hmm.
I have to talk to them. But one thing I realize, if I'm not jumping in, if I hesitate, it's never going to be changed.
Hmm.
But one thing I do, you know, just like, I mean, when I joined this group, the same thing. I never hesitated jumping into that. Okay, sales is my part. I can do that. There's no problem at all.
Hmm.
But one thing I have to struggle that I have to memorize all the script and just make my own word. So I don't want to, just make it bad. But right now, everything's put in my head. I was making on the call while I was driving. That was cool. That was cool though. That was cool. Actually, yesterday I just called one of my the prospect, like one of the leads on the fence company, and I just left a message and they called me. But I don't want to hang it up on the while I was just driving, but I just regular talking. They accept that. So that's why I sent it to them, while I was just driving and I sent it to them. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you do
that
the
was
best calls when you don't have the pressure, like you're just kind of like I do actually better prospecting when I'm driving too, because I'm not focused on what I'm saying. Because if I'm sitting at a desk, I go nuts because I'm so nervous. I'm like, oh my God, what's he gonna say? Like
that's correct.
when you,
That is correct. Yeah.
it's weird. I don't get it. But dude, just to backpedal a little bit, because that was a lot, I want to just kind of break it down because I think there's a lot of things we could talk about. One being, you're 49 years old, dude. What's your skin routine? Bro, you don't look
Yeah.
49.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So it's maybe a family stuff like a gene, something. I don't know.
I'm really
But
impressed by your schedule, by the way. That is a killer
yeah,
schedule.
but right.
3:30 to 6:30 is hustle time. Then you go
Mhm.
to work, then you come back, and there's more hustle time after,
Yeah.
like in the evening. That is a lot. You're not sleeping much.
I mean,
Uh,
even weekend right now, I start from today. I start from I woke up like a little bit late, like a 4 a.m., like a pushing back a little bit 30 more minutes because
you
I
sleep in
don't
until
yeah.
4 a.m.
Yeah, I mean the 30 more minutes because I used to like wake up like a 3:30, but right now today is a Saturday. I just excuse a little bit more because I
Mhm.
need to rest a little bit more. I just got back from the business trip last night, so I got here, hit up my home around the 10:30. So I need to get a little bit more sleep because I drove almost 4 hours yesterday.
Mhm.
So
Well, dude, that's
anyway,
impressive. So, dude, how are you able to manage that? Like, how are you able to like dial in and work? Because I know for me, like, I got a little ADD. I feel like I like jumping all over the place and like, especially with this business model, there's so many things you could be doing. How do
mhm.
you make sure that like what you're doing, say you only have 2 hours, how do you focus and do the most important task?
uh, once I set up the site, like one the landing page is not takes a lot of time, right? This for me like almost 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour I can set up because I already have all um the contents. The landing pages nobody looking from the Google, right? So I can set up. I can once I ready to the like regular website. Right now, I only have one website. The right now, just get a ranking number one, and the map pack, shows all times. That's what I made like a first one. Again, tree services. But other than that, everything gonna be a landing pages. So I'm trying to set up the landing pages, and then on the early morning when I just wake up, always double check the Google AdWords. Anything that I have to just dismiss the any recommendation, something I'm trying to make up sure optimization for the 100 making up all times. And just quick review. And then I just joined that Ryan's like a ranking engines, the ranking run engines. So I using that the system really helped me to organize really quick. So I just look it up really quick and then it doesn't take a lot of time. So my focus more like the, practice myself because still, like I said, my languages is my biggest challenge to me right now still.
Mhm.
So I don't want to just mess it up when I speak out. So I'm mumbling all times when I do the showers, driving, I practice all times. I have a papers holding up all time here. So here's like, this is my closing, I don't know if you can see that.
Is that the
closing
script? The
closing
Zoom
script, yeah, Zoom scripts, and then all time just because I'm trying to make my own language because I don't want to just read it out in front of the customers, right? So I'm
Sure.
trying to go over, but sometimes some cases, they have a speak out different. I'm trying to make my own scenario, something, But anyway, that's my focus, like during the daytimes, but 2 hours focus like what I'm gonna do for setup. Because during the daytime I'm waiting for the phone call, right? From the lead. That's what I'm focused. So trying to prepare like a 2 hours. And when I come back home, I'm trying to organize for what I'm gonna setting up the one more site, or I'm just looking up the numbers, the search volume, everything, and then how many CPC, and then I have to watch out for my bullet. I don't want to get run out, burn all the bullet. So sometimes I have to pause. So I'm trying to manage that, but like I said, still learning process.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I just wanted to say, so tell us, I just got to know about this deal, bro. Like, how much was it for? This
for
first
each
one.
first
Yeah,
one, like one guy have a tree service and landscapes. So two cases close, one guy. So one guy have a tree service of 1,200, landscaping is 1,000. So because I'm trying to give him like a little discount, so it's give him more. I want them to feel more like a comfy to me, like, oh, I like this guy, and then but I met him from one of my client actually. Like I'm my regular jobs, I'm going out to sales, right? It's one of the clients. They have a manager there, and I just got a good chance to talk with them. I always just opened up the conversation. Hey, how long you work with the management in the stores? And then I opened up. Why don't you join like a digital world? Because that's why I'm dreaming. And then if you're looking for the free times, the free locations, that's perfect. I mean, it doesn't have to be the our job, I mean our stuff, but there's a lot of different kinds. So take a look. I just always tell them, and just just yeah.
That's awesome
And
because
then
you're using your network. You're
yeah,
using your
always.
actual network.
That's the biggest part. I already got a credit from them, right? So they know me. They already know, so I'm not gonna be screw them up, and I'm not gonna be ghosting them. They know me. That once I just screw them up, they're gonna find me anyway. So
Yeah, I want to actually
I can
address your
run away.
English.
Yeah.
Like you talked about your English, like being a like a hindrance. I can barely notice that your English is your second language. I think your
Thank you, but
confidence. I think your
but like
confidence comes out pretty hard, and I can notice an accent, but I can understand 100% of what you're saying, and your
really, all right.
confidence just comes out. So
You know
I
what?
don't think that's a
You
challenge.
yeah, but maybe you guys opened up because I already mentioned like English is my first second language, right?
Sure.
But regular people they don't understand. I mean they don't care. Even yesterday I called to my kids hospital, like an office, doctor office. Some people really mean, like when they realize the accents, hey, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying. That's a starting point. They really mess me up.
Yeah. No,
Sometimes
those are
I just
people
hang
just
it
having
up.
a bad day. Because
Yeah.
I can relate. I'm an immigrant too. I came to the U.S.
Yeah.
like in 2007, and even like you can barely tell that I have an accent. Sometimes you do, if I'm tired, maybe. But yeah,
Okay.
I've had people look at me weird. I've had
Okay.
people,
Yeah.
well, my point is, when you get on the phone with a business owner, like first of all, you got confidence, and second, you got value. You're bringing in
Yeah.
some
That is
hot
correct.
value.
Yeah.
So that completely overshadows the accent
Of
or the
course.
English or
Yeah.
there's definitely a difference between someone in the gas station just like being weird about your accent
I
and a
know.
business owner who really wants your value.
Yeah, that's
They'll
right.
pay for it.
Yeah. One thing that I realized when I talk to them, okay, let's say I just called I call fans company, one of the company, I just called them. I just follow the script. I follow the steps, what you guys mentioned. Exactly, Nick mentioned to it, right? I just follow the steps. I call them, hey, you guys do fans? That's it. They said, yeah, we do. Hey, do you guys cover, this location? Yes, we do. And then that's the starting point. And they opened up everything. Hey, can you give me the address? No, 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 hold up. Oh, how far you guys is booked up, get an estimate. And then they go, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, okay, you guys busy guys. And then how do you guys do work? And then something like that. How you getting the jobs? And then some people they opened up right away. Yeah, I'm using like, Angie's List. Okay, I found you guys from there, okay. But you know what? Uh, I have just cited the phone numbers, but I'm not doing the Angie's List like that. But
Mhm.
I don't know where I gotta send it to. Do you want to tag it? And they say, of course. Very natural. I'm trying to be natural as possible. And then they say, yeah, every time say yes, yes, yes. But some people say
Assassin.
just, yeah. Some people say like a
They
dollar.
fall right
Hey,
into it.
yeah.
You're like,
I mean,
oh,
just
do you offer this?
freestyle.
You service this area?
Yeah.
Come on, you tell me more.
Yeah.
How
That,
far you
that
guys
yeah,
boom,
that's why I
and they
appreciate
fall in the hole.
that's why I appreciate like Nick. That's what the staffs, he's genius. He's genius. He's my hero. I mean,
Absolutely. That script is
yeah.
killer. I still use that script. Sometimes I'll catch myself freestyling. I'm like, no, 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 no. Get back to the script.
Yeah.
You got to stick to the script.
That is one. That's why I'll hold up every time. Even I just memorize, sometimes they mess me up. I'm losing myself. So I don't want to lose myself. So I really want to go back all times. So just get hold my hands and just try because I highlighted when I know the which points, sometimes point that people just mess me up. I have to get off of the rails. I'm trying to get back on. So yeah, that's really helped me. So
Yeah.
I'm just starting this business, but good thing for me, like I'm enjoying it. That's the point, I guess. I'm happy.
So Isaac, I gotta ask. So do you have two deals or just one deal right now?
For now, two deals, exactly
Two
two deals for charging the amount. But one more guy is waiting for the lead because that's what I was trying to say. That's all the networking. So one of the guy, the Latino from my regular clients, right? The manager, he introduced his brother to tree service. That's what I starting. So brother, he try because we have a relationship already, right? We talk on the phone a lot. Even before I start the digital landlord. So I
Yeah.
just know them, and he once I just told them actually, okay, I found a really good program. I really want to follow the step. You want to just do that, okay? Unless and I'm not charging them, they really want to happy with me. Just start work with me. So he was my first customer. So tree service, I just deliver the lead, and then they happy with that. But I just found that the prices went up too high, the CPC. So I just paused. I'm just using the right now the regular um, organic site because organic sites right now is getting number one, the exactly number one. And then even like a higher competitions, I have my own website using that. I know how to just publish that all the site. I have a software right now. I have my own software using the publish all the news site for almost 300 to 400 and one time, and then that really helped me to. I don't have to backlinking anything like this, but just get up to the uh fast ranking up. It's like almost 3 months is ranking number one right now, even like a really high competition in the Utah. But I went up to number one, and then the map pack show up every time. I'm just getting phone call right now, so he's happy. So I'm charging them, and then he really wanted to develop the landscape as well. So right now I set up the landscape, and then that's gonna start the next week. I'm gonna start charging them because I'm getting the lead for this week. So I haven't charged for the second one yet, but next week he promised that I can start the charging the same credit card. It's gonna be $1,000 stuff from there this next week, next Saturday. I mean next Friday.
Boom, dude.
So and another one he introduced me for the cousins. That's what I'm saying. They once they happy, they're gonna just give it out to like a referrals. So cousins one day he called me and they, hey, I want to do that too. What do you want to do? But unfortunately, that guy have no right city. I was just thinking out the city for find the numbers. The search volume kind of really low and really high CPC. So I'm still hesitating. He's the one still we still communicate, but I couldn't close because I cannot find the right market and a city. So that's the one I'm still waiting for it.
Well, and sorry, Mohammed, I think you're muted or muted. You're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can actually relate to your story because I just had a guy. I've been working for him for like three years, and this year there's so much more competition. We can't compete. Like we're not getting leads. People are outbidding us. I just went to him and said, "Hey, we're not competitive enough. We can't do 500 a week anymore. We need to do 1,000."
I see.
He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't flinch.
Okay.
He
Okay.
said, "Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
understand, and I'm feeling the competition too. Let's do $1,000 a week." But I had been in your position before where it's not clicking. I'm like, you know what? Let's just hit a pause on it and come back later. I have done that before,
Mhm.
or I can't charge your card yet. But the faster you can charge that card, the better. I would convince them or tell them, hey,
Mhm.
Google, we're not competitive enough with Google. What we've done so far is good, but we want great. Are you able to up the ante a little bit? Because Google will reward us better, and they're usually down for it.
The more
Okay.
transparent, the better, especially these business owners. You just got to tell them, say, hey, like I'll do it, but it's like you have to kind of let them know. You don't never want to tell a price until you look at the area. Because some areas it's like, oh, this is perfect. Like I can charge a 1,500, making a profit. But like other times it's like, bro, you shouldn't take anything less than 1,800 to 2,000. You know, like whatever. In Mahmoud's $1,000 a week. Like it depends on the area. So I think he's exactly right. Close the deal, and you can always try to figure it out. Like the money, all you have to do is just charge him more. You know,
But
like you
once I promise like let me find out the three, I mean at least the three free lead, because even he got the I already have a relationship from the referrals, but I will just start from the same. So I want to give you out like two more the free deal. That's what I promised. So after that, probably I'm gonna ask him for, if you really want to jump into that even higher CPC, I gotta explain that all. I mean, they understand that for all that two people from the same family, that they all understand what I'm doing it, because the week he wasn't there on the when I closed the first deal. But the guy from the next door, I mean the next person from the referral, they all share the information. So, but one thing I just mentioned to them: please do not share any price what I charge you, because he might get a bit different. So when I just close the first guy, so tell them please don't share with the prices, because your price is definitely a bit better because your market is better. But he's the one that's still the difference. So I'm gonna making all my deal with them. So I explained that, like, I'm trying to open up because I don't want it to find that out from behind me. So I'm trying to open up from the front.
Mhm.
yeah. And so the other thing is I kind of want to focus on that. So finding like referrals is such a huge thing that I feel like a lot of us don't utilize. We're always cold calling, we're always trying to find these new areas, but I think that even myself included, I need to be more aggressive about asking my business owners, say, hey, are you looking to grow in other areas? You know, like, do you
Mhm.
know anyone on your or phone contacts list that would be interested? And I guarantee it's like, dude, there's so many people in your phone contacts that are business owners that are literally doing the same things that we're wanting to do: tree service, concrete, artificial grass, whatever. Like, people. And so, and even if you say, hey, I'll give you a half a month off if you can find me another business owner, like whatever you need to do, get a little incentive to get your business owners thinking, because that that's just proof, like you said before, they trust you now. And
Mhm.
now if they can refer somebody, right, then they're going
Yeah.
to be even more apt to want to, and you're actually working, then they're going to be really confident. And
Mhm.
that's where you have to be really kind of careful. You don't want to be a bad partner, right? Like if you go into
Mhm.
something and you're not keeping your end of the deal and you're asking for referrals, like your business owner's not going to share your information, right? They're probably just waiting for the contract to end for them to be able to dump you or whatever. So you just have to. There's both sides that you got to be a good business owner to work with, um, and you just got to be willing to ask. I think we're just so nervous about asking because we don't want to like scare them away, but dude, there's a lot of money to be made through our business owners that we already have. So
I agree with the transparency for sure.
So yeah, have you had any experience with that, Mahmood? Like with
Yeah.
referrals and like tell us about it. How did that go? Was that something that was nerve-wracking for you, or is it just kind of easy?
It was because it got really heated. Like the guy that we switched to 1,000, we just switched like last week because he was not happy. He's like, dude, how come we went from 3, 4 calls a week to one, or if that? And I'm like, everyone's waking up. It's April, the snow is melting, everyone's running ads, people are, like things are moving. He's like, well, what can we do? I'm like, the only thing we can do is up the ante. He's like, well, what are we talking? I'm like, double. He's like, done. The guy
You're
just
like,
wants leads. He doesn't care. He's like, I just want the leads. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And we turned it up. And yesterday he's like, I'm getting a lot of calls. I'm like, yeah, you are, because you up the end, and he doesn't care. I'm sure in a couple of months we can up it up even more, because he
Yeah.
wants commercial now. He's like, okay, I don't want to do residential anymore. Eventually, we need to up it. So now he's like, his gears are grinding. Like now he's thinking, now that we upped it and he can see the overflow, he's like, oh, we got to do commercial. Like I
Yeah.
could probably sell him into doubling up again in a couple of months.
Would you
So
would you mind
and
that
then
I
I have
ask
another.
you for
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
which market was it?
I'm sorry.
Would you mind that I ask you for which niche? Like a
Oh, the
niche?
niche, epoxy. I do a lot of epoxy.
Oh, epoxy. Okay. All right.
Which is super competitive now. Like it used to be just organic. I like 3 years ago, I dropped a couple sites and they ranked within 2 months, and I was just
Mhm.
making money, no ads. But then afterwards, everyone is into epoxy now, so it's getting a little saturated. And then the other guy, also epoxy. You talked about, like, to your point, you talked about like moving horizontal or moving vertical. Like you got a guy, he's happy, now he wants another city, or he's happy, he wants to add another niche. So you go in either horizontal or vertical, and I've done both. I just had a guy, he's moving from Louisville, Kentucky to Mobile, Alabama, but he doesn't want to let go of that Louisville, Kentucky lead
I
gen.
see.
So he brings in his nephew, trains him, buys him equipment. He's like, okay, you're going to pay Mahmood for Louisville. I'm moving to Alabama. So now I have
Wow.
Louisville and Alabama. I just added another customer
Just
for
like
free,
that.
just like that.
Yeah.
All I got it, like I jumped on a Zoom call literally, and I was like, okay, do you know everything your uncle does? Yep. He trained me already. All right, credit card. And I just got the credit card. Like, all right, see you later. Bye. And it was
So
the easiest sale
So
ever.
you normally charge them first, and before, let's say you got referral, and let's say I just speak with them, so start from the same thing, because okay, you want to, I have to test it out for the market, right? So I have to explain that what the situations is coming, that where I can start, and then what's the middle point, something like that. And then they got some pictures, right? What I'm doing it. And then you charging them the starting like a first week, or you guys
Absolutely.
go
The day
really?
they sign, I had the credit card. I say, you
No,
don't
I mean
mind?
even you have no lead, you start the charge.
Oh, no. I do the
Oh,
trial.
okay.
I do
Okay,
next
okay, okay,
next
okay, okay.
process. I don't sell anything
Sure.
that doesn't work. I
Yeah,
go and, like, if someone comes to me, let's say I just had a
yeah,
guy come to me. He's like, okay, paver ceiling. I'm like, I don't know. Let me go check it out. I
yeah,
went,
yeah.
run the
Mhm.
ad. It worked. Then I came back to him and said, okay,
Sure.
paver ceiling
Yeah,
works. This is how much you need to pay me.
yeah.
And if you don't
Okay.
want it, I already built it. I'm gonna find someone anyways. That's what I
Yeah,
tell them.
yeah.
Now that I committed and I built it, I'm gonna find someone. If it's not you, it's someone else, and that's
Mhm.
when they
Yeah.
really get close. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
the
got
same as a property. I bought a house, and then you don't want to rent here, just gonna find someone
yeah,
else.
yeah. But
Same
yeah,
thing.
like I would definitely charge the card the same day, because when you do that, it
No,
like
no, no.
before.
The referral guys, like I'm not talking about the guys who signed up for landscaping and tree service. I just
Mm,
have all the informations, but
yep.
the other guys, I struggle to find the right city, and I haven't tested yet. I'm still testing out, so I don't get the lead yet. So that's what I'm saying. It's not a good time to charge them, I guess, because he doesn't get any jobs
I
yet.
see,
So
I see. Yeah, you haven't gotten him anything yet. Yeah,
no,
absolutely. I mean, that's a good potential partner that
yeah,
they already put a credit card on file. I would go and figure out a way to over deliver for them,
okay,
blow it up. Like
okay,
They'll put some serious budget on an ad and watch it like a hawk, so it's not just blowing your money. Like watch it every day and see if you can over deliver this guy. If you can just get him, the fact that he put a credit card on file, like he's in. No one in their right mind will just put a credit card on file for something
That's correct.
theoretical. But for me, as far as I'm concerned, I never sell anything that doesn't work. I go try it out first.
Yeah.
I commit to it and I bring it back to them and say, this is how much it's going to cost you.
Yeah,
You're in or
because
you're
we're
out.
looking at the long terms, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I just have a question now for you, Isaac. So what is your goal for the next 6 months? Where do you see yourself in 6 months?
Okay, I'm trying to reach fast as I can for 10K, my goal for before, I'm not sure about it, before June. So, and then the start from this June, I'm trying to reach like the next 6 months gonna be 25K. It's my goal. Because I learned all the process, I'm gonna get faster. So once I get more the money in, I can run more ads. So that's what I can do that. And then after that, I'm gonna leave my jobs. That's my goal.
Mhm.
And
Leave
then
that crap.
yeah, and then I'm gonna start the January after our family vacation. That's my goal for Hawaii. Just go to Hawaii and then try to enjoy like at least 1 week or couple and then come back. I'm gonna start like a full time with my wife. She commit that too. So I have the VA gonna be she's gonna be that's gonna be my wife.
Nice.
And my daughter is teenager. She's looking for the part-time job anyway. So I want her to join like backlinking something that she can do that any extra hours.
Yeah.
So family job, I mean family business so far. That's my goal for this year. So end of this year, once I just hit up like a yearly revenue, if I hit up more than 100K, I really want to turn to the LLC because my CPA really recommend me that if you just turn like a 10K, I mean 100K year, I have to turn like LLC and then trying to save some more taxes and something like that. So I'm gonna, because I used to be in the financial field for 3 years, between my beauty industry. So I learned all the process, how they start from the business. So start from the business for even small, when they just grow like a certain amount, we have to set up the plan. Otherwise, we're gonna lose all the money from the taxes. So that's what I've learned from the financial advisor and the CPA and all that. So I'm ready actually. Just once I'm just ready to just scale up, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. Yeah.
That's a great plan, man. I mean, with your work ethic, if you're really sticking to your work schedule,
I mean, that's why I just wake up the Ollie. I'm not hesitant because I have to wake up because I have no time. That's my motivation and eager to work. So,
yeah, and that's a great testament to like people listening in this group. Like you make time. We don't have time. No one has time.
No. Everyone has the same hours. Every single person has the same hours, but everyone has a different money and different jobs. So yeah,
everyone wants money, but they're not doing what it takes to have
it. But I love the Nick because he's the one. I realized he's the one that he struggled first time, but he made it up. I'm not talking about the money. I'm not talking about the numbers, but he showed us everybody has a potential. Anybody really want to work hard and just join, I mean, do the right jobs? Yeah, we can make it, I guess.
It's a meritocracy. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, where you're from. If you follow the script.
No discriminator.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this business is not discriminating.
I've been experienced like a long time from American stay here. Yeah. I mean, United States here, but there's no discriminal things.
Absolutely, it's a meritocracy. I have clients that still call me Mohammed today. They don't even know how to pronounce my name. I get on the phone with them. Hey, Mohammed. Hey, this month has been great.
I did too. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you call me Mohammed?
Yeah, because what do we call it?
Case in point. Mahmoud.
Mahmoud. I'm sorry.
Mahmoud.
But you from that culture or you from that culture or no?
I'm sorry?
You from that culture, like Arabic culture or?
Yeah. I was born and raised in Morocco. Actually, I
Okay.
can relate to you. I didn't come to the US until 2007. So I was born and raised in Africa, in Morocco, and
Yeah.
my first time here in the US was 2007. So
Now, the reason why I'm asking because I have a lot of friends because beauty industry almost halfway all the Arabic customers.
oh
So
yeah.
I know how on the when this term like I'm sorry what they call like a fasting. I'm sorry I just
Oh,
forgot.
Ramadan, fasting
Ramadan
Ramadan.
when the
Yeah,
Ramadan start, there's no one there.
no
They
one.
all sleep on the
No one
land and
cares. Yeah,
yeah,
your
that's
legs are
really
yeah. The
I
girls'
really get
legs are
used to that
hairy.
culture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the unibrows,
Yeah.
and then afterwards, everyone wants their hair removed.
Yeah, I love them actually. I
We
won't
come
put
out of the
them.
cave after Ramadan, like, oh my God, fix my face.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun.
I
That's
love it.
awesome.
I love it. But to
Well,
touch on your, you mentioned something really important. You said you were hooking two guys at the same time. Like you called two
I mean,
guys
yeah, that's
and you
what I
both
learned from the
agreed and you
photo.
sent this
Yeah,
guy a lead and this guy a lead.
yeah, because yeah, because one guy I used to give him like the 3 leads, and then I just mentioned that the last lead when I just deliver to them, because if I'm not limited for how many leads I'm gonna give them free, they just taking advantage, right? So I don't want to do that because I lost a lot of money. So I just mentioned that that is the same niche market, same site. There was like a fourth person's because all the grab some of the jobs and then ghosting. So that's okay. That's my experience. So there was like a first site I set up myself, cold calling. I just made it up that for up to 4 people. Even got the interview, they ghosting. So
Mhm.
that's okay. That's
Yeah.
through the experience.
No,
But
no, that
this
is an
guy,
excellent point, actually. You go
yeah,
ahead.
but yeah, the next guy, he just do the almost the same thing. But when I start with them, I just mentioned that I know I have the same site. I explained the whole things. Okay, I went through this much, and if you really want to ghosting, that's okay. If you want to take the 2 lead, free lead, you can do that. But please let me know yes or no. That's it. So on the text, just simply just text me, I don't want to take more or I don't want to interview you, that's
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
So just tell them, just, exactly. But he was ghosting for a couple times. But when I asked him for please, I want to move on. Please let me go. Please, yes or no. Say yes. Keep saying yes. Okay, I want to do that. I want to do that. Okay. So I just found out his computer was kind of messed up. Because at that time he was moving out to the new house. So something that happened, but I'm trying to understand like, okay, but I really want to secure myself in case like he just scream me up again. He doesn't want to show up and I'm losing it, right? All the deals gone. But the same, like I said, same day yesterday, 5 lead coming in the one side. It's never happened before to me, but it was came in. So I'm trying to find just the Googling myself or trying to find the second page or third page. So anybody who show up like a bigger site, I mean bigger company, you see like a 20 years, something like that. I just click that. I just call them, hey, and then he'll love it. So that's why I give it to like just whoever, because this guy, the first guy, just when I trying to interview, that he was ghosting for 3 hours. So 3 hours, that was a good moment for 2 lead came in for the 2 hours. And that was, like I said, it's never happened before. So I give it to the other guys. So just lock him up for, if I give you one more, this guy, new guy, if I give you one more, please, can you have an interview with me? He say yes. Okay. And this guy gonna set up this next tomorrow. So in case he doesn't want to close, he doesn't want to pay me that much. Okay, that's fine. Other guys have a multiple city right now. That's why I love that the bigger company have a third or the fourth site. Never show them the first page. They struggle to getting the lead from the site. So when I call them, say they already got a phone call from the other marketing guys, but all messy. So they're not happy. But when I give them free, they never expect that. So
That's gangster. That's a
yeah,
gangster move.
yeah.
And I've done that before.
They never expect that for free. You said for free, yeah, no cost because I don't want to lose I just explained that to just opened up everything. Okay,
Yeah.
I just got a phone call unless I have nobody I can give it to. But even though you don't want to make a deal with me, I can give it to you. You want to do that? I know this is a stupid, sounds stupid, but when he tested, he gonna change his mind. I know that. So okay. But he said, okay, no. I'm looking for the marketing guy. So such a things we're gonna open the conversation. While I was driving, he knows my accents. He recognized I'm from Asia and something, from Asia, but he doesn't care. He opened up
Yeah.
his story, all that. I was talking on the 20 minutes on the phone. I mean, while I was driving, and then okay, that's good. But he
That's
always
a that's a gangster move, and I have done that move more. I have done that as well because, and I learned this actually from Nick. Like Nick would tell me, like, listen to your gut. If you're talking to a business owner and you feel iffy, there's something there. So that what you said about, hey, I'll send you leads. Hey, if this is not for you, you can tell me. I use that 3 or 4 times in the initial call. Like I'll pull back in the initial call 3 or 4 times, and then afterwards, when I check on them, I pull back again just to see if they're solid, if they're still standing on both their feet. And this guy felt a little iffy, like, yeah, send them and we'll figure it out. I'm like, hey, I'm spending money on ads, and I see that you're spending money on ads too. So I figured, you're already spending money on ads. You could take a free, you're not going to say no to a free job. But my catch is I need to sit down with you and talk turkey in a few days and see if this is a good fit. If I like you and if you like me. If this is not for you, you can tell me right now.
Okay.
You can tell me right now, and no harm, no foul. I'll move on to the next guy. And they're like, no. Yeah, do it. But still, I felt iffy. And the minute I hang up, I was like, what does my gut say? My gut says, I don't like this guy. I don't like where he's going. Like he's a little iffy. I picked up the phone, called the next guy, and now I have 2. And guess what happened? The flake turned out to be a flake.
Like I said,
your gut is always right. And what I did was I just moved on to the next guy. Like he literally did 2 weeks with me. I closed him 2 weeks, and he was like, this is not 4 leads a week is not going to do it for me. I'm like, well, you pay me $500 a week. You're like, you want to up the ante and I'll get you more, because you're not going to get this deal anywhere else. You're not getting it with the Angie. He's like, oh, yeah, I can get it with Angie. I'm like, exclusive? He's like, well, I'm a sales guy. I'm like, yeah, but you're not exclusive.
Yeah.
So I closed the second guy. I just got on a Zoom call with him, unplugged him because he was bitching and moaning. I unplugged him, locked in the other guy, and here's a text that I just got from him yesterday. I told him, sorry, this is not working out. I wish you the best of luck. I was very cordial about it, but I moved on with another guy. He said, hey, good morning. How have you been? You ever figured out how to get me some more jobs? Can you get me something in Wesley Chapel? I'd greatly appreciate it. I didn't answer his text. And he's been texting me. Now we reverse the script. 3 years ago, it was the other way around. It was me begging them. But now it's like, what, you don't want him? Next. And then later they come on.
Yeah.
So I like your idea. Sometimes you gotta hook 2 people for your peace of mind too. So you're not just dating that one business owner that's gonna break your heart. No, you're dating 2 business owners now. Well, you don't want to marry me? Great. Get out of the way. I'll marry this guy. I'll send the leads to this guy.
Guilty when you said like a dating for 2 people.
No, you date him. It's dating for sure.
Yeah, I never know.
And Nick will confirm that too. It is dating because it's like pulling back and like giving, and like it's fishing. When you're fishing, you gotta let go a little bit for the fish to start swimming. Then you pull again. Then you let it go.
That is right.
Isaac, I already know you were pulling a lot of girls back in the day. I already know.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, I don't. We literally can sit here and talk for hours and hours because there's literally so much that you could talk about. But seriously, Isaac, we're gonna have you on again when you hit 10K. We want you to get there as soon as possible, as fast as possible. And
sure,
dude, just the fact that you are persevering, like through those times where the ads weren't going as fast as you want, or you were nervous about due diligence, like all those things that you thought were a big deal, you literally have the high of the first deal. Like whenever you get that first credit card, I'm telling you, you're like, holy cow. Like, let's get another one. Like that was actually easy. Like it was hard, but it was easy, right? It's the weirdest thing. You're like, I can do that again, like 10 more times, and I'm at this much money, right? Like now it's like, take this energy and get another deal. Okay,
Sure.
like go and get the 10K, hit your goals, go take your family to Hawaii, and
Mhm.
freaking enjoy this. That's why you're doing this.
You know what, Poto? I'm gonna update you like for about the tomorrow deal, and
Uh-huh.
then if this he doesn't want to take it, gonna move on. So I'll let you know how that goes.
Atta
Okay.
boy.
All right. Okay.
I
All right.
love it. Mamu, do you have anything you'd like to add before we go?
Um, no, I just command you, man. I command you. Like the language thing. I don't think you should be
No
talking about it
excuses.
anymore.
No excuses.
Yeah,
No, not
that's
at all.
because
Not at all.
you're
No.
penetrating the market like with your accent and everything, just your confidence and your sales skills. That's it.
Yeah. If you have a tool, I mean, if you have a, you know, what they needed.
Yeah, and you're firing me up now. Like I feel like I'm lacking.
Yeah,
Like as soon as we
yeah.
get off of this, I gotta make a call or something.
Sure.
Uh,
All right.
You're awesome. Well, thank you guys, and
Thank you.
yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you guys.
All right.
Appreciate you.
You have a nice weekend. All right. Thanks.